Most people spend their entire lives trapped inside a mental loop designed for comfort. They wake up reactively, chase cheap dopamine, negotiate with their own laziness, and wonder why their dreams never convert into reality. They are locked inside the 99% mindset, a state where feelings dictate actions and excuses dictate decisions. But then, there is a small fraction of individuals who operate on a completely different psychological wavelength. Athletes call it Zone 6. Psychologists call it hyper-fixation. High performers call it the demon state. When you enter this state, something cold and precise shifts inside your brain. You stop negotiating with your fatigue. You stop caring about public opinion. Your emotions get muted, your focus narrows down to a laser point, and you move with a level of intensity that terrifies your old self. Today, we are analyzing the 4 psychological shifts that occur when you activate the demon state, and why entering this frequency makes you virtually unstoppable in a world designed to keep you weak. If you are ready to kill off your excuses, pull up a chair and listen closely. The 99% live in a perpetual state of internal debate. Alarm goes off at 5 in the morning? The 99% start a negotiation. Am I tired? Did I sleep enough? Maybe I'll start tomorrow. When the demon state is activated, the internal negotiator is executed. In this frequency, you detach your actions from your feelings. You don't ask yourself if you feel like working, exercising, or building. You recognize that feelings are volatile, unreliable chemical reactions designed for comfort, not victory. Look at how this functions in modern daily life. The 99% wait for inspiration, motivation, or perfect conditions before executing. The demon state treats execution like breathing. It is non-negotiable. The weather doesn't matter, your mood doesn't matter, your energy level doesn't matter. The task exists, therefore the task gets destroyed. The scriptural and strategic counterattack. Proverbs 25:28 states, "A man without self-control is like a city broken down and left without walls." When you allow your feelings to dictate your discipline, your walls are completely down. The demon state rebuilds the wall by making duty absolute and emotion irrelevant. The modern world is an attention war zone engineered to keep you distracted. Notifications, social feeds, outrage porn, and endless consumption are designed to fragment your focus so you never build anything of real power. The 99% consume everything and build nothing. When you step into the demon state, your peripheral vision vanishes. You develop what elite military operators call target lock. You no longer care about the news, the gossip, the drama, or the latest cultural distraction. You pick one goal, and you lock onto it with an intensity that borders on obsession. Here is the psychological mechanism. While everyone else is spreading their energy across 50 different micro-distractions, you are channeling 100% of your cognitive pressure into a single point. You become blind to temptation because your appetite for success has completely replaced your appetite for shallow entertainment. The strategic reality. In Nehemiah 6, when enemies tried to distract Nehemiah from building the wall around Jerusalem, he sent them a cold response. "I am carrying on a great project and cannot go down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and go down to you?" That is the demon state. When distraction calls, you don't even argue. You just refuse to come down from the wall. Why do 99% of people stay stuck? Because they're terrified of being judged by people who aren't going anywhere anyway. They don't launch the business because they are afraid of failing publicly. They don't speak the truth because they are afraid of being canceled or criticized. They spend their limited life force trying to fit into a system designed by mediocre minds. When you cross into demon state, your need for human approval dies a quiet death. You realize a cold truth. The opinions of the crowd cannot pay your bills, build your legacy, or save your soul. You stop explaining yourself to people who aren't on the same mission. You stop seeking validation for moves you haven't made yet. You become completely comfortable being misunderstood, disliked, or labeled as extreme. To the average person, your work ethic looks crazy. To you, their complacency looks like slow suicide. You operate in silence, letting your results do all the talking. The secret of the demon state, it turns dark energy into unstoppable fuel. When the 99% experience rejection, heartbreak, failure, or disrespect, they break down. They fall into depression, turn to addictions, complain on the internet, and play the victim role for years. The demon state does the exact opposite. It takes every drop of pain, doubt, and disrespect and uses it as nuclear fuel. Did someone doubt you? Good. Did someone break your trust? Good. Are you facing an impossible obstacle? Good. Instead of letting pain rot inside your mind as baggage, you compress it, channel it, and fire it directly into your work. You don't run from the dark seasons of life. You enter them, master them, and walk out with authority that cannot be faked. Setting your face like flint means becoming immovable. No storm can knock you down because you have learned how to build out of the very stones thrown at you. The demon state isn't about becoming evil, cold-hearted, or malicious toward others. It is about executing a complete hostile takeover of your own mind. It is the decision to stop letting weak thoughts, cheap distractions, and lazy habits run your destiny. It is stepping out of the comfortable 99% and choosing the narrow, intense path of total mastery. You don't need a month to prepare for this shift. You can make the decision right now in the quiet of your room. If you are locking into this frequency today and leaving your old, lazy self behind, drop a comment down below right now as a mark of your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to wake up and lock in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and keep watch. The crowd chooses comfort. You choose mastery. Stay alert. Stay relentless. I'll see you in the next file.